is this base. This is for the week that we went to Port Renfrew. It's just a whole vibe. It was moody. It was rainy. Let's zoom in here. Okay, before we go to the beach, we gotta like work and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So every morning there is coffee. If there is no coffee, there is no working. I went to work. Cami, I think, stayed home. I gotta get to the right week. Didn't work the dog walker, but yes, neither one of us tends to work from home on Mondays. After work, I saw that they were at Bones, so I decided I was going to go meet them on the bridge. And then came home and I did some stretching. That was my rough workout. It is spring. It is now air conditioning season, and that will turn on and off endlessly throughout. That's the worst part about this condo. I miss McPlans so much. Going to work. I did put a little paw print, but I didn't pull the sticker. Okay, so anyway, the dog walker. And then I met them after work, and we had a little fam walk. Cami was very surprised. I had my rough run the day prior, so I was a little bit sore. But it's good to be moving around. Came home and I stretched / did yoga. Rolled a little bit. And see, this just shows how far behind I am, because at this point, I'm like just starting to like hit the maximum distance in my marathon training over the next like 4 weeks of this, like until the beginning of April. I have completed my marathon. That's how far behind I am. Tuesday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, we watched Vanderpump Rules. We are also now done that. So it was Tuesday, so I ran. And then I took Cami for a walk, and then I worked from home. Coffee. That's very crooked, but you know what? I know I can't pick up those stickers, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Oh, I hate it. Can I? Cami and I went for a walk. You can see that I clearly still haven't changed my bedtime reminders post-marathon. I don't have to be up at the ass crack of dawn tomorrow. And partway through my training, I wound up switching to Saturdays anyway. Tomorrow is just a nice, easy 5K. So my phone doesn't need to go into Do Not Disturb, but I also haven't had my tea yet. Jason's hockey. I just watched the Edmonton-Vegas game. And I know you're thinking, all right, so you're Canadian, so you're going to cheer for Edmonton. you would be wrong. You know, I really tried to get on board with the whole Canadian pride thing. Cheer for Toronto. Cheer for Edmonton. I can't do it. I can cheer for Winnipeg. Freaking love Winnipeg. I don't actually love the city. It's very cold there. It's not for me. However, they're a franchise I can get behind. They don't have dick fans. I'm looking at you, Toronto, and I'm most certainly looking at you, Edmonton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wednesday. I got up, had coffee, went into work early, and then stayed late because that's just the way life goes sometimes. Was this the day that the Whitecaps played Monterey? They were on Wednesday. Yep. So the Whitecaps played Monterey this day, so I got home. The game had already started, but that's fine. The Canucks also played this night. I think they won, which is shocking. We did not make the playoffs. And Rick Tocchet doesn't want to be our coach anymore. Anyway, the Whitecaps. This was like the round of 16. We're playing Monterey. To tie them was phenomenal. So we drew, I think it was 2-2. But it's got 2 legs. So we played them the following week. And we won. Or I think it was a draw again. Yes. We tied it at in extra time. Because that's just the way we do things as Whitecaps. And we advanced, which nobody saw coming. Am I right, Domi? I'm right. I know. So that was wild. That was just a great time. So while the Canucks suck balls, the Whitecaps are having their best season ever right now. The Whitecaps are doing so good. So they, over Easter weekend, were playing in St. Louis. I think it was St. Louis. Yeah. For Easter weekend. I know it was St. Louis. Laurel was going to go watch the game. But, it's Easter and we all have families and stuff. And sometimes we have to show up and do family stuff. And not spend our entire lives dedicated to the sports that we love. It really does ruin lives. But whatever. She was going to go because the Whitecaps are on fire. She, unfortunately, was recruited by Domi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But, you know what? I get it. Anyway. Still doesn't matter. We're still having our best. We sit atop of the entire MLS. Raise your hand if you saw that coming at the beginning of the season. That's right. Nobody's hand is up. No one's hand is up. We're actually doing a Whitecaps social at work, which will be this month in real time, not this month. And I am so excited. We have a ton of hockey fans in our office, which obviously. And Jake is a Toronto fan. I get it, he broke there, but Jesus. So everybody loves hockey. Our company has season tickets. So sometimes we get to go to games. I think they're mainly for clients. which checks out. But now I'm over here recruiting hockey fans to becoming soccer fans because the Whitecaps are good and the Canucks suck. I'm still gonna cheer for the Canucks. Like, don't get me wrong. I still bleed blue and green. But they make me real mad real often. So I did a run workout. This was the last time I was going to have to run until the week following. Cami went to ICS with Jason. I obviously went into work. And then we had to pack, do laundry, charge the car, somewhat quasi-pack the car. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we were on vacation. So we had the day off. We had a ferry reservation, and we went for a walk in Souk. I'm like, where'd we go? Souk. And then on our way to Port Renfrew, we stopped in Shirley, and we went to Shirley Delicious. And then we went to Sombrio Beach, to the Hidden Waterfall. Not to be confused with Hidden Gem. If you say Hidden Gem, I'm pretty certain it takes like 7 hours of Justin McElroy's life every time somebody says it, and it's not. It happens a lot. It's not a hidden gem. But then we went to go check into our cabin. The rain had begun, and the rain didn't stop. Did not stop. Not even for a moment. And if I remember when I'm editing, I'll see if I can put in footage of the cabin. Port Renfrew, gorgeous. You can usually see whales and seals and all sorts of stuff. Except I'm there, so it's just clearly not the way it's going to work. But you'll see in a future plan with me. I was out for a long run, and a lot of things didn't go right on that run. But one thing that did go right, got to see a whale in the city. I was so excited. I literally stopped. I was like, nah, this moment just needs to be, I just need to soak this in. So there's like 3 places that you can eat in Port Renfrew. But we decided to eat both nights at the pub just because it's like right there. And you can't leave the dog alone in the cabin, so she had to sit in the car. But again, we have an EV, so we set the temperature and forget it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this was International Women's Day. Can I fit all of that up here? So we did sleep in. I actually slept pretty good. Not great, but for me, solid. And Cami actually did really well because we didn't bring her crate. She had to sleep on the bed, and she actually did very good. I'm very proud of her. So again, we went to the pub again for dinner this night. They had a clam chowder that we got both nights. So I'll just put Inwood up there. We all slept in. We had coffee on the patio with the fire ring, looking for whales. No such thing. Jason went and got us brunch. But we essentially spent all day inside. We did go out and like walk on the dock. So first of all, every time we took Cammy out to pee, they would come back absolutely soaked. But we did go out for like a walk up and down the dock. Port Renfrew, very small if you look at it on a map. There's really nowhere to go unless you're at the beach to like walk and stuff. But I did like 3 kilometers just back and forth on the very short dock to get steps in and close my ring for the day. And even though I burnt the right amount of calories, it still didn't close my Apple ring, which is on my phone, connected to Garmin. So for the month of April, it was like the only day I had where I didn't achieve closing my rings. And it makes me real mad because I knew I would get the whole month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We woke up, we had to get coffee, still no whales. And then we had to pack up. So we went to the beach. We couldn't go to Botanical Beach. The tide was too high. But yeah, in the cabin, the tide comes all the way up. Like, if you were not prepared for it, you'd be like, are we about to die? And no, he will not. It's just really cool to see. Again, I think I took a video of it. I don't know, I really just tried to unplug. So we couldn't go to Botanical Beach. The tide was too high. So we went to another beach and we walked around. And then we stopped in Jordan River to get coffee. And then we, of course, stopped in Shirley on the way and got brunch again. Yeah, it's Shirley delicious. Seriously, if you're going to Port Renfrew, 10 out of 10, go. Then we went to Whistle Buoy in Victoria. Cammy was not living her best life. It's Victoria and it's very windy. And so they have like a tented shelter for their patio because you can't take dogs inside. And that did not go well. But she survived. My battery is going to die. Of course it is. A coffee run. I did not get a grilled cheese, but I did get a breakfast sandwich. It was so good. I got the same thing both times. Not mad about it. So there was, while we were finishing up our breakfast, somebody came in trying to find the owners of a particular vehicle. So we're like, oh, clearly somebody just like accidentally hit someone's car. Again, small parking lot. We're like, hey, you know, shit happens if you're not paying attention. And it's very rainy. I will insert the photo of what actually occurred here. And then let me know what you think. Because I was like, what in the Jesus H is that? When we walked out, we were like, how? It's crazy. Also, our building chat was lit this particular day. The power was out all day. Some sort of transformer went that affected our building, because of course that's the way it's going to go. How cute is this spread? I love this. I'm going to order another one. I love this. I love this. I love this kit. I love it. This was a mystery like 2 years ago, I think it was. And now it's a kit. But anyway, the power was out. The power was out when we got home. We were on a late ferry. I think we were on the 7 ferry. This is March, 7 o'clock. It's dark outside. We got home and the power was still out for another, 45 minutes. It was crazy. Anyway, so cute. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not done so. And I will see you on my next video, which I'm going to try and film right now. Okay, bye!